Hello everyone, this is Health and Longevity, a platform that will look at diseases that are mainly affecting Africans, how we can prevent them, how we can treat them, and how we can manage them. Welcome, my name is Dr. Ruwende. And now, HIV disease. This is a disease that has caused a lot of havoc in Africa. It has robbed us of our economically active people. It has also left us with so many orphans. And this is a bit of a background on the disease. Today, 37 million people, they're living with HIV. And more than 70% of this number, they're coming from Africa, 26 million. For the past year, 1.8 million people were newly infected with this disease. And more than 67% of these people, they're coming from Africa. From these numbers, we see that Africa has received the biggest blow of this disease. But is it possible to have a future generation without HIV? Is it possible to have an HIV-free Africa? Yes, it's very possible. Is it possible for someone with HIV today to live a normal and long life? Yes, it's very possible. In the next few minutes, we're going to be looking at these issues. Now, on prevention of HIV, the first step is to be faithful to one partner. And the next step is to make sure that you get tested before you get into sexual intercourse with someone that you do not know of their HIV status. This service, you can get it from public hospitals, from clinics, and even from pharmacies. But some people, they are not comfortable with going to these public areas. But do not worry, we got you covered. We now have what we call a self-testing kit. This kit, you can buy it from pharmacies, you can get it from public hospitals. And in this case, we are saying you buy this kit and you test yourself and your partner in the comfort of your home. There'll be instructions there. It's a very simple procedure. But remember, there's also what we call a window period. And in this case, you are saying that within the first 3 months that you contract HIV, you can get a result that you are negative and yet you are positive. And for you to be on the safe side, we now go to the next step, which is using protection, using condoms. This is a very important step. Why? Because condoms, other than preventing against you contracting HIV, they also prevent against you contracting other sexually transmitted diseases like chlamydia, like gonorrhea, and also syphilis. But accidents are accidents. They can happen anytime and anywhere. And in this case, we're talking about the condom can break. But do not worry again, we have an option B for you. This is quite harder, and this is taking medication for 28 days. And this medication, you must take it within 72 hours, and every hour counts, and therefore you must take it as soon as possible. We call this medication post-exposure prophylaxis. And from there, we go the other step, which is, say now you have HIV, or say you're living with HIV. A very important step is to make sure that you start your medication as soon as possible. Why? Because when you start your medication, there's a state or the goal that we want for you, which is for you to go to where we call the viral load is now suppressed. This state, we call it the viral load is now undetectable. What it means is that the virus that is in your blood is very few to the extent that we cannot detect it with our machines. The good thing about this state is that you cannot transmit HIV to a couple. And the other advantage for you personally is that you can live a normal life just like anyone else. You can live as long just like anyone else without HIV. And another very important step again is we have couples that we call discordant couples. And in this case, we are saying these are couples in which one is HIV negative, one is HIV positive. And the one who is HIV negative can start taking ARVs to prevent themselves against getting HIV. And the last step is circumcision. According to researches, it has been shown that circumcision, it reduces your probability of getting HIV by 60%. This is what I had for you today. And the next topic will be on cervical cancer, which is again very high in people who are living with HIV. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dr. Ruwende. Thank you and goodbye.